From Curragh, the New Zealand captain, Blake Drysdale, Murdoch Finch, Dan Graback there from Newport, Jake Lynch, Tamari, Sanderson-Malera, Scribus and Tutt from Currumbin. Can they make it a double here? They've got two in the final. Jake Lynch, we've seen a lot of him in the Summer of Surf and at the National Championships over the last couple of years. Did very, very well at the World Championships. He's the World Beach Sprint champion. The boys are lined up, ready to go. First run of the summer here. Off and away, they're up very, very fast in the centre, flying hard. Oh, the Alex boy just picks one up. And it looks like our boy Dan Grabick, he's going to miss out from Newport. Just a little bit outclassed here, super fast off the first run. A little bit of indecision there. And the man from Newport goes home, round one, first man out. It's not where you want to be, Jack.
Well, Josh, I'll be completely honest, he was never there. He wasn't even close. He just doesn't have the speed across the sand. Looks very sluggish. It's back to the drawing board for Dan Graback.
I'm sure we'll see him in round two. Damien Tutt, someone who was not sluggish in that opener. And all of a sudden, there's more green caps than yellow caps. Blake Drysdale, a change of clubs, saw him at Helensburgh Stanwell Park in the past. The defending Summer of Surf champion. He tied with Paul Cracroft Wilson last summer. So he'll be in good form. So the best of the best, round one. Off and away, the judge's whistle goes, oh, a little stumble there, a very, very bad stumble. Missed time, it still gets a flag. What about that one? Murdoch Finch goes home. We had one of the competitors go down, get back up off his knees, grab a flag, and that's what beach flag racing is all about.
Well, that's Scribus from Alexandra Headlands, and a little bit of push and shove there, Josh, early on, but still manages to pick off a flag at the end, so it just goes to show in beach flags, the race is not over till it's over.
Murdoch Finch got bronze at the Australian Championships, and he has gone out very early on. This is savage racing for the first race of the summer here. What about that one? Damien Tutt left in for Currumbin. He'll be alongside his training partner there, Tamari Sanderson-Malera. The two boys, Jake Lynch, he's done it drama-free so far. So much concentration for our beach flags finalists. Oh, and a little, oh yes. I thought the judges hadn't picked it up, but they definitely did. Adam Scribus there, the home beach advantage didn't pay off. He tried to get off to a flyer. He's been picked off there, the one start rule here in beach flags, and he will go home empty-handed today.
Well, Josh, you have a close look. It's the slightest of little jumps there, and it's enough to send you home packing.
An easy one. The boys didn't have to push and shove to drop one more. So 5 in, only 4 flags. A couple from Newport, a couple from Currumbin. The lone man, Paul Cracroft Wilson from Curragh, at the top of the screen there, the defending Summer of Surf champion. Watch for all of the boys to go right here. Tries to squeeze out the lone Curragh competitor. It seems obvious when we say it here, but it's very tough to do. Up and away, very, very fast. Oh, there's looks like push and shove at the top of the screen there. Oh no, what about the flip? Sanderson-Malera there, he goes home and he does it in style. Just not fast enough. Got squeezed out by his own clubmate Damien Tutt, as well as Blake Drysdale. He was flying for a flag there, thought he'd go out in a little bit of class. And what about the flip, Jack?
Well, Josh, I've never seen anything like it. He belongs on the 1 metre springboard, not here at the Summer of Surf. That was a very impressive way to exit the competition.
He gets a 10 for performance, but he ends up with a 5th overall. He goes out and we're down to just one Currumbin competitor there, a couple of Newport and one Curragh, Paul Cracroft Wilson. He is the Kiwi captain for the recent World Championships. Finished second, 7th at the Australian titles. Jake Lynch inside him, Blake Drysdale will ride on with him. And then, of course, the big man, the biggest man in surf life saving, Damien Tutt at the top of your screen. All class here, down to our final 4. These are for the medals. The judges just a few last-minute adjustments to the competitors here. Make sure they're straight. No advantages for anyone. Up and away. Oh, Tutt was slow. Tutt was very slow. Lynch had a stumble, and Tutt gets a flag there. What a performance. I can't believe it. Paul Cracroft-Wilson's gone out. I couldn't pick who'd got them there because Tutt was very, very slow after a tumble, and Cracroft-Wilson just tried to go head-to-head with Lynch, and he wasn't good enough.
Well, Tutt, you have a look at him, Josh. You watch Tutt strut across the sand. He is straight up. He's at the back, Josh, but he's still done enough to get himself a flag.
I think the earth moves when he falls, not him, that's for sure. And, well, we get a face full of Jake Lynch as well for our trouble. And have a look at that, two of the best in the business there trying for one flag, and only 3 remain. Blake Drysdale, Damien Tutt, and Jake Lynch. So the 2 Newport competitors on the outside. We all know what's going to happen here. It's squeeze time. But Damien Tutt, he's the biggest man you have ever seen. I think he'll hold his own, that's for sure. So it's going to be interesting what happens here. Newport on the outside, Currumbin in the centre. Currumbin looking for a double here, but it's 2-on-1, and there's only 2 flags left. Up and away. Drysdale flew out of the blocks. Drysdale too quick, too big, too strong, too fast, and Damien Tutt, he goes home there. The big man with a heart on his chest. He's got a heart of gold and he loves beach flags, but he just wasn't quick enough here. Newport, they are on fire at Alexandra Headland.
Well, Josh, Damien Tutt is hard. He is a very fast man, but he hasn't done enough out there today to get himself a flag and into the final. He wears his heart not on his sleeve, but on his chest, and he is going home today.
Golden commentary there from Jack Hansen, and golden beach flags here from our 2 Newport competitors. They will go head-to-head teammates. Blake Drysdale, formerly of Helensburgh Stanwell Park, a famous club made famous by, of course, Simon Harris, 11-time national champion. He probably grew up looking at Simon. Now he's doing the exact same thing he is. And Jake Lynch, what do we say about him? Very, very experienced. Seen him in some of the biggest competitions in the sport and at the very pointy end. And there's no more pointy end in the Summer of Surf. Round 1, 2 men, 1 flag. And we're going to have 1 champion here. 1 run left. They look like they're settled and they're in the judges' hands. Picture of concentration from Drysdale. Up and away, very fast Drysdale. He gets in front, he gets the shoulder in front, push, shove, no dramas at all. Blake Drysdale, he comes out on top. Last summer, he was the Tide Summer of Surf Beach Flags champion, but he has no equal today. He's our winner from round 1.
Well, Josh, I feel like the intensity went up in this men's final. They were very, very fast to get to that flag. And, I mean, both these boys wanted to take the win home, and lucky for Newport, they're both from there.
What a beach club. What a club overall. Newport doing very, very well, and they put on a show here. Great job. Have a look at the push and shove there. That's what beach flags is all about. The rest of the boys watch on from the sideline. And it's a very good performance from Newport Club. Blake Drysdale and Jake Lynch, 1 and 2 in Newport Quinella. Damien Tutt, don't worry about him. He'll be back, that's for sure. Paul Cracroft-Wilson, 4th. We have Currumbin, Alex Currumbin. And Newport once again finishes in last place. That's the opening Summer of Surf Beach Flags round.
Yeah, mate, it is, you know, up on the Sunshine Coast, new club, new colours. Yeah, it was good to get the win today against my best mate, Jake. Yeah, it's slowly growing, mate. You know, it's always hard to compete with the Queenslanders. You know, they've always got the dominant beach arena, and, you know, we're slowly starting to build up down there, and it's good, you know. It's good to get the New South Wales on the board.